We are now joined by cast members Aphiwe Mfeke and Paballo Mavundla, as well as director Menzi Mzimela. Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to Newzroom Afrika.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'll start with you, Menzi. As the director, tell us how this film came about and the vision that you had for the execution of the film.
Sure. I mean, just a quick backstory. I used to be a vlogger, so when I decided to write the movie in 2020, I was kind of referencing my friendship group, and then I just created a fictional story around them during lockdown, and then I got to submit it for an initiative for Showmax, and it got chosen to be made. That's
incredible. And I want to know from you, gents, Aphiwe and Paballo, how did you get chosen? Paballo, what was your journey with becoming a part of the cast of Kite?
It's actually a crazy story because I went to the Johannesburg Film Festival where I saw him on a panel, and then he was there with some of his colleagues, and I went up to them and I was like, hey, I want to do a film, so you guys need to give me a job. And so they did. That's literally what happened.
That's called being a hustler.
I was like, yo, I want to do film, make it happen.
Yeah,
and they did.
Yeah. And what's your background with film?
So this was my first film. So normally I have a background in TV. So I've done Generations, The Herd, and currently now in Hustles we do on ETV. So doing film was quite a big step for me because it's something that I've always wanted to do, and I think as well just to give back to it, because I think in South Africa we don't really have much of a film industry. So I thought doing this would actually like reinvigorate that, because it's a new story. It's something that hasn't been seen before, and I think being part of it is actually what made me happy to be like, you know what, actually this is a step in the right direction for me as an actor. You know, so to be part of a film, because, I mean, you want to be a movie star at the end of the day.
Right?
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah. Your work needs to be seen. Yeah. Aphiwe, tell us about your journey in becoming a cast member on Kite.
So it's a crazy one as well. Menzi actually sent me the script just a little after he did it, because he also knows as an actor, I'm someone who's always looking to do short films. I'm always looking for like young and upcoming producers and directors, just new voices, people I can collaborate with. So he showed me the script, and you know, I was like, oh, this is dope, man. We should try to get this made. Years later, he calls me, he's like, dude, it's happening. Come to the audition. I went to the audition. I met Paballo. I met Craig, who plays Sihle. I met Marcus Moleman as well, who plays Neo. And it was just absolute chemistry. The chemistry was
it was actually great.
Yeah. So Menzi, you clearly have a gift in identifying talent and energy as well. So tell me about what that energy felt like on set with the different cast members that you worked with.
Cool. So on set it was amazing, but I just want to give credit to the casting director, Petunia. Yeah. She was kind of guiding me through finding the right people, you know. So it was her who basically put them together. But on set it was a lot of fun because the actors were so intense about getting it right. So they made my life a lot easier. So I could demand so much, and they were really into it. So, you know, even when we do like rehearsals, when they say go do a script rehearsal, I'd walk in and they would already be doing it, fighting, you know, just building that energy even off screen. So they just made it so easier to just execute the ideas that I had.
So they were heavily invested.
They really wanted it to work. You know, yeah.
Now tell me about your role, Paballo, that you play in Kite.
So Vusi is kind of like a no-nonsense, crazy-ass dude, essentially, right? In a nutshell. And he's like, but he's down for his friends. He's the type of guy, he's chill, always about a good time, but if you touch his friends, he's going to touch you back, and you're going to go to bed.
Right.
Like, he's that type of guy, wild night, but he's actually like, he's like a big teddy bear as well, because he's full of love and wants to make sure that everyone is okay.
And we do apologize for the language to all the viewers at home. I see you. And tell us about your role, Aphiwe.
So I play the character called Lynx. He's part of a duo, and these are the guys trying to make it to the DJ set, a party called Soundset. He's based off a real character, one of Menzi's friends that he wrote about. And for me, it was the funnest movie I've ever done. You know, I'm always a part of like these heavy dramas. So for once, it was actually quite a light experience, you know, doing something fun with incredible talent. It was extremely, extremely fun.
Right. What was your most memorable scene in this, the making of the movie?
I don't think I can say that on television.
Well, don't give it away.
Oh, yeah. So there's a point in time where there's a conflict that happens. So there's this guy who wants to get to the guys, and then I'm in between that, making sure that it doesn't happen. And a fight kind of breaks out, and it gets really nasty.
Okay.
It gets really, really nasty.
All right. And what would you say stood out for you in terms of their performances, Menzi?
For me, it's just the level of acting, basically. You know, like just realizing how like high-level South African actors are. Because I've always seen it from the outside watching shows, but working with actors, I just didn't realize how intense South African actors are when it comes to just getting good ideas on paper right on screen. They took it like very seriously. Yeah.
We love what we do.
And Aphiwe, from the moment you received that script, I mean, you're not by any means new to the business. How do you then, what's your process? How did you prepare for it from the time it's on paper to the time you have to actually execute on screen?
So these are young kids from Joburg. You know, this is a life I can say I've kind of lived. You know, being from Bram, kids that are trying to make it. You know, it's literally right up my alley. So I just take a lot of my own self, you know, and parallel it with the character, and yeah, we see what comes. We see what comes from that.
Fantastic. So, what do you hope people will take away from this film, Menzi?
My biggest priority is entertainment. I just want people to be entertained and talk about the movie. Or there's this crazy film called Kites. Have you guys seen Kites? You know, talkability. But I always want to entertain the South African audience. But also I just want them to relate to a story that we don't usually see. A story just about just the youth, early youth and what they go through. You know, there's usually, older people usually have a misunderstanding and hostility towards young people. So it's just their perspective of how they navigate the world in a fictional story. Yeah.
Fantastic. And congratulations and well done.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Those were the Kites cast members Aphiwe, Mfeke and Paballo Mavundla, as well as director Menzi Mzimela.